Welcome to Syracuse, New York. We're going to look at the Erie Canal Museum. And before we go in, we're just going to look at this mural. Very nice. So the Erie Canal is, 365 miles long, and it really is an engineering marvel. Hey, I recognize this. This is the Cohoes Falls. I ran into that when I was making a video earlier this year. So, like I was saying, it really is an engineering marvel. It took about 7 years to complete, I guess. And it involves 83 locks. The first section to be completed was the section from Utica to the Seneca River. It was the easiest section to do because of the soft soil, and it was completed in a couple years and proved actually to be a great way to transport goods and commodities. And most people who were opposed to the canal project actually changed their minds because of it. Apparently, a lot of the workers were paid in whiskey. 8 years after the groundbreaking, New Yorkers celebrated the completion of the canal with 8 days of feasts and festivities and so forth, fireworks, music, whatever, some commemorative coins or medallions there. And the governor and his entourage made their way from Buffalo to Albany, and there was a procession of boats, and spectators lined the entire route with marching bands and all that stuff. When they finally reached the New York Harbor, Governor DeWitt Clinton performed the Wedding of the Waters, where he poured a keg of water from Lake Erie into the Atlantic Ocean. This is a picture of that.
Even beyond. In the most simplistic terms, the Erie Canal was a huge success. The reason why people in the Midwest, the western part of the United States, live there now is because the Erie Canal was a success.
The way the internet has flooded us with information, the canal did the same thing in its time.
Ideas would move up and down.
And here's the Waymaster, hunched over his desk, hard at work. We're going to look at this boat. It's a reproduction of one of the earliest boats to travel the Erie Canal. We're allowed to just look around, so let's do that for a minute. I guess people who worked on the canals had the reputation of being a little bit of a rough crowd. This sign is talking about that. Towns and cities grew overnight as a result of the canal. And of course, an entire new industry was born. Hundreds of men and women were employed to operate the locks and maintain the canal. And of course, they had to operate the freight and passenger boats. Pretty cool. Glad I stopped in here. I guess this is called a caulking mallet. So the governor at the time, Governor DeWitt Clinton, made a bold prediction about the city of New York. He said that it would become a thriving metropolis because of the canal, and he was right. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me and checking out the museum. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.